Have a nice day everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Christian Valenzuela by the way and a seafarer by profession. With this, I enjoyed the privilege of traveling around the world for free. Have the chance to meet people from different walks of life, getting to know their history, culture, traditions, foods and lifestyle. And that I'm glad to share with you these stories of my life's journey and interests. Again, I'm back with another video. This time we will travel somewhere in Europe. I'm gonna bring you to one of the most famous UK's heritage, the Stonehenge. Have you seen the movie Transformer 5, The Last Night? A few years back, sometime in 2016, some of its scenes were filmed over here. This very popular prehistoric monument can be found in Salisbury Plain, Wiltshire, England, in United Kingdom. Stonehenge was regarded as a British cultural icon. It was then considered as legally protected, scheduled ancient monument, and this place, including the fields surrounding Stonehenge, were added to the list of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1986. And it receives more than 1 million visitors a year. For your information, the Stonehenge era or the time of Stonehenge was only 2500 BC. This man-made structure consists of a ring of standing stones, each around 4 meters high and 2 meters wide, and approximately weighs around 25 up to 28 tons. This massive stone monument is constructed from Sarsen stones, a type of silicified sandstone found in England, and bluestones, a dolomite variation extracted from Western Wales, which was set within earthworks in the middle between the Neolithic and Bronze Age monuments in England. The name Stonehenge is derived from an Old English word stan, meaning stone, and either henge, which archaeologists define henges as earthworks consisting of a circular bank enclosure with an internal ditch, or the term often called the handover from the antiquarian use. Stonehenge was owned by the Crown, managed by English Heritage, and the surrounding lands is owned by the National Treasure in England and are permissive to access, which means you are free to explore and take time to discover such unique masterpiece by the people 1,000 years ago who shaped and marked their landscape. The Stonehenge Cursus is a huge rectangular earthwork enclosure created by the early Neolithic people, 1,000 years before the stones was raised in Stonehenge, although it was unclear why it was built. Some says perhaps it was a barrier to control the movement of the people and their animals, or perhaps it was an ancient route for procession. Some large pits have been discovered about 10,000 years ago. Stonehenge could have been a burial ground from its earliest beginnings. Deposits containing human bone date from as early 3000 BC has been found, when the ditch and bank were first dug and continued for at least another 500 years. Due to fragile below ground, archaeology preserves stone surface and prehistoric carvings. Access inside the circle is possible only at certain times outside normal opening hours. This is an exact replica of the stone 60, one of the upright sarsen of the inner horseshoe. The original weighs about 25 tons. The stones were moved by securing it to a wooden sledge, which could then be pulled over roller or along rails. The ropes were probably made from lime bast, inner bark, spun and twisted together to form strong cords. What made people Stonehenge? It was a hard physics work and took many years. They might have had to spend time away from their families and work alongside with strangers who spoke different languages. Perhaps the people who built Stonehenge were slaves, or maybe they give time or efforts willingly to help with this great communal project. We didn't know how society was structured at this time, but there must have been leaders who planned and organized the construction. Many other people would also have been needed to provide the building materials and equipment and to feed and shelter the workers. There are two main different stories how the sarsen stones were moved to Stonehenge. They could have been moved on wooden rollers or on a sled sliding along wooden rails. Neither of these methods would have left evidence for archaeologists to discover. The ancient Egyptians also moved large blocks of stones and set up carved obelisks weighing 400 tons, far larger than the stones in Stonehenge. Now here's the panoramic video of these very extraordinary earthworks, a beauty beyond description. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.